Hey, I wanted to address a question that been getting a lot, and especially with the seasons changing, is why should I participate or do cross training or diversifying my training routine? Easy answer, short answer to that one is injury prevention. So I'm Dr. Darren Howarth with Summit to Shore Chiropractic, and wanted to address this, especially with the seasons changing and and things starting to switch around a little bit. So the big reason why this is important, I'll take personally, mountain biking, skiing. That's what I do. And I know a lot of people in town that are kind of that same realm. So I'll go along those lines. So the big thing there is mountain biking is a very quad dominant type sport. Skiing, there's a decent amount of quad dominant activity in that as well. However, that's more of a side-to-side motion versus biking is a more forward and backwards motion with the pedaling. So realistically, there's not there is some carryover in some cases, but in a lot of cases, there's not that carryover that we want to be able to prevent ourselves from injury as we move from sport to sport, or just the fact that the repetitive trauma that comes with doing one activity. So for this example, I would throw in a lot of cross training, doing a lot of side-to-side motions during the summertime with the biking to simulate that skiing motion. And same thing during the winter, doing some of that forward-backward to simulate some of the biking to kind of back and forth train that. As well as the big concern here is the fact that you want to be able to address the muscle groups that aren't being dominantly used with your activity. And why that is important, again, goes back to what I said at the very beginning, would be preventing injury. So again, the same example of if I can build up that hamstring strength, that's going to prevent a lot of potential knee injuries with skiers. And then that side-to-side motion, if I can build that up, that's going to create a lot of stability in hips, low back, knees, just in general with walking, hiking, whatever the case may be. So cross training is really important in preventing injuries, just in the sense of you can focus on different areas. But the other one, and like I said, is preventing some of those injuries too, because of repetitive trauma definitely can create a lot of injury. And when you're doing activities day after day after day, there's a potential for that injury to show up eventually. And your body's not given enough time to heal in between each of those bouts of more activity. And then it can potentially cause injury from a repetitive use. And so that cross training is going to just throw in different aspects in there to give you a little break to recover the area that you've been working a lot, and then be able to add to it next time, because now you're stronger on some of these other muscles, as well as being able to move better because you've repaired the muscles that you've been using. So and then I'll also throw in there that cross training and diversifying is super important, especially as you're aging, and that adolescent phase still applies with adults, but being able to change activities is going to, one, make you a better athlete, but two, it doesn't develop you specifically for this activity, which tends to mean that you're better at different activities and less likely to get injured in different scenarios. Hopefully that makes sense, but yeah, I wanted to address that, especially with the seasons changing. We need to be ready for the next one, be able to do all the activities you want, and hopefully that helps. If you have any questions or anything, give us a call, and see you out on the trails, out on the slopes soon, and talk to you soon.